his very first ring. 14 years deep, still hasn't won a thing. Alex in the playoffs, can't get past the gate. Matt's got the trophies, his legacy's great. Dave and Matt voting down all the new rules. Dash runs the league like a king with no tools. Cobb to back, L's wearing that crown. New guys just learning, trying not to drown. Millie remote drafting from who knows where. CB, Yaglu, Taya, Jello J, bring flair. Stu with 2 titles, still hungry for more. But watch out, the tomato king's at the door. Dash calls the shots, runs in like a boss. Tomato pelting's coming, gonna sting and toss. Basement boys forever, this league's our pride. Cobb and Dash, take you on a fantasy ride. Hey, it's the Cobb and Dash show, better check your stats. Previewing the matchups, breaking down the facts. From draft day drama to those title dreams. We the kings of the basement league, we keep it alive. Cobb and Dash, Cobb and Dash, live.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on, everybody? Welcome to a Cobb and Dash show on a Saturday night. I think the first time we've ever done a Saturday night Cobb and Dash show. So I am pumped for this. I wanted to do it a couple days ago, but for whatever reason, I couldn't do it, and I have to do a drink this week, so nothing better than doing it on a Saturday night. That's week 3, week 4 preview. I need to fix that. But I hope everyone is doing well on this lovely Saturday night. I got absolutely dominated in my college bets today, so not really having a great Saturday, not the best Saturday that I wanted to, but nonetheless, another day tomorrow. We can make up for some NFL Sunday, some games tomorrow. I'll be doing research after the show's over. But, interesting week in our league. I'm going to go to the week 3 highlight. I don't know who's in the chat. I think it might be Alex. I think Alex might be the only one up right now. Everybody else is weak. Fucking Cobb sucks. That's pretty clear. That's really clear. Let's, for all of you who thought Cobb was going to be back this week, well, let me tell you, Cobb took his entirety of his PTO for the next year, going to Italy for a month, just on the heels of going on a cruise for 2 weeks. So, hey man, must pay to be in IT, I guess. But there's Cobb. That's one of the photos that was on from his trip. He's really Italiano Cobb. Yeah, that's what that's one of his picks from his trip. So Cobb, he had a good time, still supporting the group with his key tomato. So it's nice that he was able to do that for us. But yeah, let's talk about some of the things that really stood out to me last week. And I know the thing I always harp on every year is Alex and ZT not doing a damn thing in this league. Alex not winning a playoff game, and ZT never winning a championship. The longest tenure owner without championship. And I got to tell you, ZT's coming in strong. ZT, 3 weeks so far, ZT has 2 of the high scores. So kudos to ZT for that. His team's top to bottom good. I do know that there was trying to be a trade this week. I know Tasia reached out to him about getting Derrick Henry for 2 guys, right? ZT didn't want to trade one of his guys who's not even a keeper. He didn't want to trade Jalen Warren because of keeper value, which is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. You're trying to win a championship. You're going to keep Gibbs next year. You're going to keep Amon-Ra. You're going to keep Lamar again. You're going to keep the same guys again, no matter what rumors are out there that you might not keep Lamar. But those rumors are out there. But nonetheless, you're not keeping him. I don't understand why that would hold you up for not going to get Derrick Henry. Nonetheless. That was a big thing. Tasia went from telling me that he might be done for the year to making huge trades. He traded for Olave last week, and then he traded Cobb for Derrick Henry and kudos to Cobb, the reigning Tomato King, Pancake King, going and making 2 moves. We're getting Derrick Henry and trading Kenneth Walker and Breece Hall. So not bad move by Tasia and Cobb. So he's got moves. He's got a solid squad. Tasia does, and Cobb is hitting the home run here. So, and the other big takeaway was obviously my team, which is not good. I think I'm 10th right now, 10th or 9th. But we're a team that's for week 1. You look at our roster. This is not a roster that was going to be winning a championship this year. It is what it is. We didn't have a lot of draft picks, and I wasn't going to trade players. I wasn't getting trades. I didn't have a good enough roster last year, so I couldn't really get picks, and I didn't have mid-round picks. I continued to push the can down the road, and this year it was tough. So nonetheless, I have one more win than 2 of the other owners in this league, which is key. but I scored a league low of a 68 this past week. So I'm hoping for a little bit better this week, and we'll see what happens with that. So with that being said, that takes us into our favorite part of the show. One of the favorite parts of the week 3 league score chug. And I'm doing it live. Everybody else sent me videos. I'm doing it live. That's the kind of guy I am. So this is what we got. We got this the clause that Yaglu brought to the draft when he went for like 6 o'clock when he went to go get brew, and no one ever drank any of them. But this is a peach White Claw, full on everything. So it's cold, very cold. So we're gonna suck this bad boy down. So here's the league, and I probably doing maybe a couple more of these. Hopefully not many more, but I based on what my team looks like, probably 2 more at least. So here we go. Fuck you guys. That's really cool. Ooh, dude. Oh, dude. That's not good. Dude. Done. All right. So that's out of the way. I hope I don't do many more of those. That's rough, boys. That is rough. All right. Yeah. No, it's like that. That was cold. It was real cold, buddy. That was real cold. Dude, my throat's like burning. That's not gonna be nice. But I'll be up for another 3 hours, so that'll digest nicely. All right, so let's get down to brass tacks here. I'm not going to flirt around with anything else. We're going to go right to our Week 4 preview. See, without copying on the show, I'm not distracted. I'm not taking different angles. I can just go right to the show. It's honestly kind of nice that Kyle wasn't here, But we still love Devin back next week, so we can talk about that key picture right there. Is his trip in Italy. Well, 1 month PTO. Poor guy's getting hosed, man. He's not gonna have any time to take off next year. I really feel bad for the kid. But what are you gonna do? All right, so let's go to our first matchup. Our first matchup is ZT versus Hotch. You got the undefeated team versus the team that is one of the 2 teams that is winless right now. Not the worst in the league right now, but winless right now. So I'm gonna share the screen. We'll take a deep dive. All right. There we go. Okay. So we got it's ZT and Hotch. ZT and Hotch. All right. I don't have any of the fake spreads this week. It's interesting that Hotch has a higher projection than him. I think they still have they still transfer getting 10s every week. When are they going to change that? All right, so let's get down here. So this matchup's an interesting one. Obviously, you have the number 1 team. You have a team that's in many people's rankings, the worst team in the league in many people's rankings. I have them in a certain spot we'll talk about later during the Tomato King rankings in the Red Tomato Club. So Drake May against Carolina, Lamar Jackson versus Kansas City. So Lamar Jackson's passing numbers never been really good against the Chiefs, but rushing, amazing. I don't think he's ever gotten below 50 yards. He's gotten 47 yards rushing in 1 game, but everything else has been 60-plus. So based on the rushing stats I think he'll get against the Chiefs, I got to go Lamar. And Drake May, man, that Patriots team is trash, dude. So I'm not – Drake May's a joke. I'll tell you what, if Hotch wants to sell soon, Baker's going to be available. And I already got a couple guys who are offering trades for him. One guy gave me a nice standing offer. I told him I want to think about that. And I have another guy who wants to wait for his quarterback situation to kind of flourish. And then we'll probably talk trades, but, that's just me. Hotch going to blow his team up with a loss. It may be. It's very potentially that could very well happen. That could very well happen. I know that Yaglu's talking about doing that. I don't know about Hotch, but Hotch wouldn't strike me. It would make no sense, though, because he has really good keepers. So I don't know if you want to do that, but Hotch is up for anything. But Baker's on the block if Drake May, if he can't do that anymore. So Lamar there. Ted McMillan against Devontae Smith. Devontae Smith's done nothing for me. I'm not a big Devontae Smith guy. I will never be a Devontae Smith guy. So yeah, I'm out on Devontae Smith this week. I think Ted's been solid for them. So give me Ted against Devontae. Devontae's done nothing this year. The whole passing attack's been awful. I know Jalen Hurts. People want to argue about him being a solid quarterback. Dude, like AJ Brown's not doing shit. Neither's Devontae. What are you doing, dude? So give me Devontae. But give me Ted McMillan. Omari Hampton versus Jahmyr Gibbs. I know Marion's going to get the kind of brunt work. It'll be interesting to see what happens with that, but I think I got to go Jahmyr Gibbs. I mean, even last week, Jahmyr Gibbs had 67 yards rushing. He had like 22 carries and a couple catches. So, like, the volume's there for Gibbs. Even if Browns do kind of stifle them, I got to go Gibbs. Just more reliability there, even though Marion should be the only guy there, but he's not impressive to me. Brock Bowers versus Tucker Kraft. I'll go Brock Bowers in this one, although Tucker Kraft's been key, but I'll go Brock Bowers. He's the only legit target. Even with one knee, he's the only legit target that the Raiders have. I'll let Jacoby Myers just keep, but I'll go Brock Bowers. So I'll throw Hodge a bone here. Jamar Chase, Amon-Ra St. Brown. I'm going to go Amon-Ra. Chase is that he cannot be trusted with Browning right now. Obviously, when it comes comparing him to Amon-Ra St. Brown, yes, he still be a trusted star. Between these two guys, Amon-Ra's a safer bet, I have to say. So I'll go there. QJ versus Romadunze. Romadunze is becoming really fast, a top 5 guy, a top 10 receiver in this league. I mean, he looks really good, and he's trusted. Caleb likes him, and it seems like he is the Amon-Ra St. Brown in that offense. So love that for him. Ooh, oh my God. Quishon Judkins and Cam Scatterbo. Give me Cam Scatterbo. Love Cam Scatterbo. He's going to get a lot of usage. Tracy, I don't know what happened with his hip injury he had last week. Judkins is solid. Judkins does look good, but they're going to go into pass mode in that Browns game because they're going to have to stay within. It's a 9-point spread right now. So, yeah, I think it's an easy one. I think ZT wins this one. God. And the only reason why Hodge is a higher score for people who are curious about that, the only reason why Hodge is not a projected score, yeah, ZT minus 18.5. It may be. I think it has to be because, I mean, my favorite part about this is this. And I know, Alex, you brought up the whole Travis Hunter thing. I mean, in the end, it didn't matter because he's not doing shit even with being a DB. 8.76. I mean, yeah, he's a solid DB, man. He's not. I mean, oh God, might be the worst draft pick of the year right here. I'm not joking. The second round of Travis Hunter might be the worst draft pick. It's really sad, honestly, because a lot of people had high hopes on them. So, yeah, I think ZT wins this game when they have it 125 to 123. I have it 145 to 108. I think ZT smacks him around a little bit and really makes Hodge understand that he's not the guy anymore. Hodge goes to 0-4. I love that. That makes me so happy. And I'll tell you what, ZT. I know I dog on the guy, but ZT winning this game and maybe, or at least dominating the regular season and not winning the championship would be awesome. To see Hodge go 0-4 would be fucking amazing. So that's where I stand on that. So next matchup what do we got here? ZB versus Tasia. These guys just made a deal with each other, so this is kind of key. What was the deal he made? What did he trade him? He got Olave for who? What was the trade he made? Oh, that was a different league he made that trade in. Oh, never mind. All right. Oh well. Let's go to let's go that one up right here. ZB versus Tasia. Let's put this one up on the big screen. All right. So we got Justin Fields versus Kyler Murray. Tasia, man. And I'll tell you what, Tasia might be another Baker suitor in the second here because Justin Fields, if he looks like he did the week he got hurt, when they put Tyrod in, I think he's gonna have big time trouble. This team is not a team to contend with Justin Fields being your quarterback. Kyler solid 20. We'll see. I think ZB might have to be in the Baker sweepstakes as well. I'll throw him in there too. Because Kyler, I mean, outside that last drive they had, I mean, he did nothing all day. He doesn't want to run the ball anymore. Will Justin Fields do better than a 20? I mean, maybe. I probably lean Kyler. I don't trust Justin Fields at all, so I'll lean Kyler here. Courtland Sutton versus JSN. Can Courtland Sutton beat 10? I think so. I mean, if Bo Nix had any accuracy, Courtland Sutton would have had a 30 last week. So, yeah, I'll go Courtland Sutton over JSN. Yeah. Breece Hall, Trey Benson. Can Breece Hall beat 13 or 11? Miami Stevens is bad. I'll go Breece Hall there. I like the upside there. Trey McBride, 10, Njoku. McBride versus Njoku. Hey, man, when Njoku split reps at tight end with the biggest fan of the year and Harold Fanta Jr., you're not going to give me a pick at Njoku here. So we're going to go Trey McBride. I don't think Njoku outdoes a 10. Devontae Turpin over James Cook. Oh. Well, I'll go James Cook here. I will say, though, Turpin is an interesting prospect, an interesting ad, and an interesting start, too. I'm starting him in another league. I mean, this guy's getting like 6 points off of returns, and Dallas defense is really bad. He's getting a lot of returns off that. So it's an interesting start, especially with no Lamb. But I'll go James Cook there, but that's honestly not bad at all. Yeah, not bad. It's an interesting start, though. Olave versus Kamara. Olave's become a PPR monster, check down machine. I'm gonna have to say I'll probably go Olave over Buffalo, over Kamara versus Buffalo, just based on targets. I last week Olave had 13 targets at halftime. Can you believe that shit? Kenneth Walker versus Devontae Adams. Heesh. Can Devontae do better than the 11? I'll call it a wash there. I think Tasia wins this. It'll be a close one. What's the projection here? What's the projection this year? What's the projection? Alex, no spread? No spread from Alex. What's the projections? The projections they have Tasia winning. Ooh, no. They have ZB winning. Huh. I think Trey Vincent's a bum. He asked me if he should start him. I told him no, don't start him. Anyway, 115, 119. I think Tasia wins, but I think it's gonna be like this reversed. So give me Tasia 125 to ZB 115. Tasia. I'm picking all the favorites this week. Well, actually, no, I'm picking one favorite, one underdog. Interesting though, yeah. So Tasia, I'll take Tasia over ZB in this one. Close one though, it'll be really close. Surprised he's going Turpin over some of these guys. Huh. Tasia doesn't trust his team. Interesting. Okay, next one we got Jack and Yags, two my gamer buddies, my gamer friends. These guys are probably gaming right now with each other, right? That's why they're not on the they're not on the one right now watching this thing. Let's take a look here. This is Jack and Yags. All right. So my guy Lil J, Jalen Hurts versus Jordan Love. Oh, yeah. The fact that we're like getting Jordan Love at fucking 19, Dallas has been horrible against everybody they played. I'm going to go Jordan Love. I think Hurts is horrible. I'm so out on Hurts. I know he's a great, clutch quarterback when it matters. But, like, as far as being a fantasy quarterback to his as far as being an explosive guy, Tampa Bay's defense has been pretty good this year. So I got to go Jordan Love, man. Yeah, I think no-brainer. The fact that it's 19 is crazy. Dallas' defense has given up 100 points to Caleb, 100 points to Russell Wilson, who's got benched. Yeah, I think it's a no-brainer. Jordan Love over Hurts. Yeah. Tyreek Hill versus Justin Jefferson. Man, Jets defense is bad. Pittsburgh. Oh, man, let's shoot. He's gonna get sauce though. Tyreek will have the better cornerback of the two. Yeah, I'll go Justin Jefferson over Pitt against Pitt versus Tyreek Hill over the Jets. Jets defense is bad, but he'll have sauce on him. Yeah, so I'll go Justin Jefferson against Pittsburgh. Yeah, they'll be close though, but I'll go them. So that's 2 for my guy Yaglu. All right, Jacobs versus CMC. CMC's got Purdy back this week. Offense will be much better. They'll probably get more checkdowns with nobody else there. Jacobs versus Dallas, bad defense, but bad secondary. I'll go CMC. I think CMC has a better game than Jacobs. Close though, but I'll go CMC. I think Purdy being back definitely helps. Let's see. I think I got some messages here from some of the leagues. Ooh. Okay. Oh, yeah. Hey, nobody wants to come on the show tonight, though. You guys are weak. I see 3 people in the chat, but nobody wants to come on. You guys really outdoing yourselves tonight. It's really sad about Hunter. Oh, man, yeah. It's really sad. I take great fucking pleasure in Hosh getting beasted. But anyway, Kyle Pitts, Juwan Johnson. Give me Juwan Johnson. I think he's been solid this year. I mean, I think that might be pickup of the year. I know I went Harold Fannin Jr., but I probably should have gone Juwan Johnson, but I wanted the sexy rook. So, yeah, but Juwan Johnson's been sweet. Kyle Pitts, I mean, just a name, man. He's just a name at this point. Kyle Pitts, okay, Devon Achane versus DJ Moore. DJ Moore, dude, yeah, man, what are you doing, dude? Why do you have DJ Moore in your lineup still? Oh, God, man. Achane over DJ Moore. It's a no-brainer. Travis Etienne versus Ricky Pearsall. I'll go Etienne. I'm not a Pearsall guy anymore. It's over, man. Brian Thomas Jr., DK Metcalf. Ooh, DK Metcalf kind of sucks this year. Rogers, it's not kind of Rogers guy. Kind of a weak guy for him, actually. Yeah, I'll go. Brian Thomas Jr. sucks too, though. He's not big. What did he get last week? They're 5, dude. Jesus. And DK Metcalf, he's been saved by touchdowns, yeah. Jesus Christ. I'll go wash here. I'm not going to give anybody this. What did Etienne get last week? Yeah, Etienne's solid, man. Pearsall. He's solid too, actually. Ooh, I'm going to go 2 washes. Etienne, Pearsall, wash, Brian Thomas Jr., DK Metcalf. But outside of that, we got Love, Jefferson for Yags. We got CMC. Oh, yeah, we got Love, Jefferson, Juwan Johnson for Yags. We got CMC, Achane for Lil J. So 3 versus 2. We're going to Yags. Yags gets his first dub of the season. Yags is out of, well, he's not out of Tomato King running, but he's out of that. And then Hodge will be the only one remaining in the winless column, which is kind of key. I know a lot of people like that. So Yaglu, so Yaglu goes wins this thing. Let's say 120. I think Jordan Love has a big game. So we'll give Yaglu 135, and we'll give Lil J 115. So Yaglu wins by 20. Give me Yags, baby. I'm a Yags guy, dude. I've always been a Yags truther. I know a lot of people want to knock him, but I'm a big man. I'm a real big man of Yags. All right, so that does it for that matchup. Next up, we got Roden versus Mr. Italiano. Mr. Italiano Cobb. Woo! Yeah. This is not gonna be good for Cobb. Let's just start off before I even look at the matchups. It's probably not gonna be good for Cobb. I think we can all agree. Whoever's in the chat, I got 3 people online right now. Let's just say it's not gonna be good for Cobb. That's it. That's all I want to. I want to get off my chest before we dig deep into this matchup. So Roden is the favorite, 130 to 127. But here's why it's not good for Cobb. Let's start with this. Josh Allen, boom, right off the bat, done. It's just Daniel Jones. Yeah, I think Colts are gonna get smacked around by the Rams tomorrow. That's just me. I really do think they're gonna get smacked around. And you look at that second half of that game last week. Colts actually didn't look good. So we might see the Colts start to come back down to reality against the Rams, especially. But I think Josh Allen has a really good game. And New Orleans is one of the worst teams in the league this year. So yeah, I like Josh Allen big time over 5 points. Yeah, I think it might be more than that, but yeah, let's just go with that. All right, we got Puka Nacua and Garrett Wilson. Let's go Puka. Indianapolis has given up a lot to receivers this year, so I think Puka has another good game. He's been solid. What's Garrett Wilson been? I have no Garrett Wilson stock, so let's see. Dude, Garrett Wilson, not bad. Okay. Huh. But does the Italian hangover really loom over Cobb's head? You know, does Garrett Wilson have a bad game because, Cobb is coming back from Italy and, he's not feeling himself right now? So maybe, that doesn't really hurt him, Yeah, I think it's going to hurt him. I think Cobb coming from Italy is really going to hurt this whole Garrett Wilson situation. So, yeah, let's go Puka here. Chuba, who was questionable this week, he's going to play against Bijan. Washington's got a bad defense. I'll go Bijan over Chuba. So, yeah, I'm not being biased here just because I'm mad at Cobb for not coming on and missing a month without his boys. It's pretty weak. But, so we got Zach Ertz versus Tyler Warren. How's Tyler Warren been doing after week 1? 19, okay, 12, 9, and 5. Yeah, okay, he's coming back down to reality. So Cobb, 4th-round pick, he spent on 2 tight ends who were just weak. Guys are getting 5s, but I got Harold Fanta Jr. doing better than both those dudes. Zach Ertz, who road drafted round 15, is doing better than both those guys. Okay, so it looks like that Mariota has kind of hurt him a little bit. But nonetheless, we're going to go Marcus Mariota in this game. I think Zach Ertz dominates with Mariota involved in this one, and Tyler Warren is, I think he might be done soon. T. Higgins versus Ladd McConkey. Yeah. See, at least the other guys are saying it. Cobb's team's definitely jet lagged. Yeah, I think so too. Coming back from across the pond, it's tough to win games like that. So, I do think. I do think he's done. Yeah, I do think there's going to be some jet lag problems with this squad this week. And Ladd McConkey, his role's pretty much been taken by Keenan Allen, which I don't think a lot of people first saw. But, They're getting like 15s and 12s every week. Dude, Keenan Allen's taking a big chunk of that offense away from him. T. Higgins, what's he been doing with Browning? Let's see. Wow. Okay. T. Higgins sucks, huh? Jesus Christ. We'll go wash with this matchup. I think T. Higgins actually might have a good game because I think Chase will be shut down with what's his name being all over him the whole game. Surtain. I forgot his name. Patrick Surtain Jr. So I think T. Higgins has a good game. So let's give T. Higgins. I'll go T. Higgins to Ladd McConkey. And Ladd McConkey with the whole jet lag thing, too. Emeka Ibuka, Jordan Mason. I like Jordan Mason. I think he's key. But Ibuka with Baker throwing him bombs. Yeah, Ibuka's just matchup proof at this point. Yeah, I'm a big Ibuka guy. Deebo Samuel or Derrick Henry. Ooh. Derrick Henry historically is not good against the Chiefs. And Derrick Henry, outside of breaking away some of these 50-yard runs, man, guy's really not cutting it this year. And it looks like Deebo was like utilized a lot last week without the whole running back situation kind of murky. And I know, and the no McLaurin this week, I think we might see a little bit more of Deebo this week. So I think in the Deebo's return game also, Deebo's got a lot going for him. I think Deebo really outdoes himself in this one. They had Roden as a slight favorite over Cobb. I think it's bigger than that, really. I think the whole jet lag thing, Cobb like denying to come on the show, Cobb being Mr. Italiano for a month, I think it's all going to come back to bite him in the ass this week, specifically this week. Especially, we literally held off to do the live stream till midnight the night before. We literally waited for the guy to get home to do the show, and he still bails on us. So I'm tired of that, man. It's very selfish of him, and for me to just sit here and think I'm going to give him the win. No, I think Roden blows him out. And I think Roden's the high score of the week. That was my call of the week. Roden blows him out. I think Puka, Nakuda, Matata, and Roden wins this one. Let's go 145 to 105. Big old Dave. Big old Dave sticks it in him. Big old Dave gives him a dirty D, baby. I'm a Roden guy, dude. I'm a Roden truther and Cobb, man. She ain't hacking it right now, man. She ain't hacking it right now. So, pretty disappointing, to be quite honest with you. All right, so after that one we have quarterfinals Merchant versus Adam. Prison Pablo, which has a 0. Buddha Booker got a 0? Wow. That's crazy, man. Buddha Baker's usually a solid, 3. Jesus Christ. All right, so let's begin here. I think let's go to the matchup here, boys. So we got Alex versus Adam. This is what's the seeding here? 2. Okay, we got 5th seed versus the 9th seed. Let's dig in here, man. Justin Herbert against Dak against Green Bay. Justin Herbert against the Giants. Giants have a really good pass rush, so that could be interesting to hurt Herbert. But Herbert actually had a decent. Herbert had 16 last week. And Herbert got sacked like 6 times against the Broncos. And I'll say this: I think the Giants might have a better pass rush than the Broncos. But still, it's right on par with that. I mean, you got Abdul Carter, Thibodeau, Brian Burns. You got a lot of dudes that can throw at you. It's in New York, too, traveling across the coast. The Green Bay's been solid, man. It's at Dallas. I'm going to go wash. I'll go Justin Herbert slightly. But I do think Dallas is going to be throwing a lot in that game. So, I'm going to go wash. I'm not really confident in Herbert against the Giants' defense, especially with their offensive line problems, the issues they had against Denver last week. I think you have to go wash or just be safe. I can't really live on this whole. I can't buy the Herbert whole thing right now. Just not going to do it. Nico versus A.J. Brown. Nico Collins. I don't care how many targets Nico's gotten. I don't care how bad the Texans' O-line is. I can't trust A.J. Brown. I can't trust Devontae Smith. The only guy I can really trust on offense is Dallas Goedert, Doug Godd. Goddard. I mean, that's the only guy getting really any love over there. I mean, even the guy's only played 2 games for them. He's already has more than A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith in touchdowns. So I got to go Nico Collins in this one. Saquon Barkley or Chase Brown. I'll go Saquon. Big time. Give me my guy's sake. Saquon, baby. Although Omari Hampton did look pretty good against Denver's run D last week, so Chase Brown could. But I don't know, man. Yeah, I'll go Saquon. You got to go Saquon here over Chase Brown. Could have a big game. Chase Brown could have a big receiving game out of the back. But I'll go Saquon here. I don't know. Smart, I think. Hunter Henry versus Travis Kelce. What's Hunter Henry doing? I have no Hunter Henry stock. Wow, holy shit. Okay, so 8-1 and 26. It's because 26 is kind of key. Travis Kelce, I know he's done, but historically, Kelce dominates the Ravens. Hunter Henry, man, Jesus. The one the week prior kind of like scares me a little bit. But because they looked so good offensively last week and they went to Henry a lot, I'll give Henry the edge here. Yeah, let's go Henry. Yeah, let's go Henry. I will say with Chiefs having Xavier Worthy back, Tyquan, and Hollywood Brown, it could help out Kelce. But just based on the blow up spot that Henry had last week and that Patriots offense is trying to look for anything, I'll go Henry having a better week than Kelce. Why not? Yeah, sure. We'll leave it to you. Jonathan Taylor versus Drake London. Give me JT, man. JT's the real deal. JT's going to really single-handedly maybe give Alex a playoff win this year. So, yeah, let's go JT. Even though the Rams are kind of key. So, just bear that in mind. George Pickett's Ashton Jeanty. Ashton Jeanty is coming alive recently. Whoa, we got a double tight end set. Oh, my God. Wow. There's a shit ton of people in this Dallas game My God. Okay, well, Jeanty could have a big game. Chicago's running not good, so he could have a big game. What did Javonte do against them last week? And they got killed. So they had a good game. 10-76. Could be a big game against them. Pickett's okay. So let's just cut to the chase here. Now I think the interesting thing is Dak. Adams got Dak, so if Pickens has a big game, that's going to just be canceled out. So Alex has a. I don't know. Alex Big he shorted Adam in this game, huh? Wow. Okay, so I'll just keep it brief here. Jeanty and Pickens. I'll go Pickens in this one. But Jeanty could have a big game too. And then Javonte Williams against Green Bay or Ferguson. I don't think Javonte's having a big game. I think it'll be more through the air because I think they're going to get blown out in this game. So I see Javonte not having a good game. Jake Ferguson. I see Dallas throwing the ball a lot in this game, so Jake Ferguson will have another great check down game for him. I mean, he's been really solid. 6-14. I mean, the targets are the key thing here. 12 last week, or 12 the week before, 14 last week. I mean, Dak's going to him like none other, especially when there's no Lamb, so he's the safety valve there. So with that being said, we have Wash for quarterback. So we got Nico. It should not be Wash. I think it should be Dak. I think they're going to throw the ball. So let's go Dak, Nico, Saquon, Hunter Henry, JT, Pickens, Ferguson. Okay, Alex wins it. I tried Adam. See, I'm a good guy. I want to give you all the grace of the world, man, but I can only do what I can do. So Alex wins this one. So the projection was Alex winning 127-112. I think that's 135-110. I think Alex wins 135-110. Big one for you, Alex. Hope you enjoyed that, man. All right. Now we're getting to the last match. We got Dash v. Stu. Okay, see? Oh, nice guy. I tried. Okay, so we got Dash versus Stu in the last matchup of the night. Let's dig into that one. Some people are saying it could be the turnaround that Dash needs is against his old buddy Stu, the reigning champ. And beating the team that is the current champ could be something that really gets him going. And some are saying it, and I'm going to say it. I think it is. I think it is true. I think beating Stu would really feed me the energy that I need. The chug I just had. I feel like a degenerate. I feel like Barry chugging the vodka at 9 a.m. That's what I feel like right now. Who's drinking brews on a Saturday night by themselves? You'd be with the boys doing that. But we can't be with the boys doing that because we got guys taking 4-week-long PTO vacations. We can't be with the boys anymore doing that stuff. So I got to drink this thing by myself. This isn't alcohol. This is a fucking polarized. Anyway, let's go to this matchup here. The spread, I think they have Stu winning this one. They have Stu winning 115-111. So pretty close game based on what they have. So yeah, let's dig in here. All righty. Okay. So Mahomes against Baltimore, Bo Nix versus Cincinnati. Mahomes historically dominates the Ravens statistically. He's 5-1 against them. He's only thrown for less than 275 once against the Ravens. Doesn't really run much against them. We'll have Xavier Worthy back, which I also have in my lineup too. So Bo Nix just doesn't look good. Bo Nix is last 2 weeks he's just missing throws here and there, and I know people say, "Oh, he'll figure it out." He's not gonna figure it out. Cincinnati. I mean, Cincinnati doesn't have a good defense by any means, but they have Trey Hendrickson. And Trey Hendrickson's going to get to our guy Bo Nix. So with this being said, we got Mahomes all day over Bo Nix. Big time. Jalen Waddle, Malik Neighbors. I mean, Waddle going against Chargers defense. You got Jackson Dart's first game. Could be a lot of meh. We don't know what's going to happen with that, but he might throw bombs to him. But I'll probably go Jalen Waddle in this matchup here. I just think it's a smart money move to go with Jalen Waddle in this one. So yeah, Jalen Waddle over Malik Neighbors easily. I think it's not even close. I think Jackson Dart's going to want to throw him. It's going to try to throw bombs to Neighbors. It's not going to work out, so he's going to end up checking down to somebody else who's in my lineup. So and Jalen Waddle, I think he'll be key because I think Sauce Gardner is going to take out Tyreek, and I think Waddle will be wide open. If you look at the way they moved the ball last week, it was Jalen Waddle was the guy moving the chains for him. So, yeah. Bucky Irving against Philly versus Kyron Williams against Indianapolis. So, both these guys are key. I will say Kyron Williams is starting to lose a little bit of touches to Blake Corum. Now, Bucky Irving, this guy, you could say, he's got Rashad White behind him. He's still getting the touches. So, I think the touches are there for Bucky. I think Bucky wins this one, too. So, that's 3 for me, 0 for Stu. Harold Fan Jr. versus Chigakonkwo. To put it plainly, Detroit's not good at covering tight ends. Chigakonkwo's a shot in the dark every week. He might have a 1, he might have a 6, he might have a 9. Harold Fan Jr. is getting the targets, so it's only a matter of time until this guy just has another breakout week again. So we got to go Harold Fan Jr. So that's 4. That's 1, 2, 3. It's 4 for me. Wandelay versus DeAndre Swift. It's the Raiders. Oof. Man, like I said, the reason why I went Waddle over Neighbors is because I think Wandelay's going to get a lot checked down. I think Jackson Dart's going to be throwing to his running backs. Scatterbo's going to eat. I think Wandelay will eat. I think whichever Theo Johnson or whatever bum tight end they want to roll out, they'll eat. So let's go Wandelay this week. Yeah, it's Wandelay's week. I really do think so. Calvin Ridley versus Keenan Allen. I'll go Keenan Allen. There you go. Boom. Keenan Allen dominates Calvin Ridley. Xavier Worthy over Jacoby Myers. Ravens have the 31st pass defense. Mahomes throwing bombs. They want to throw the bombs again. People are going to think he's a decoy. I think he dominates tomorrow. So I think we get the first stacked touchdown of the season for my guys. Jacoby Myers solid. I think the Raiders are going to win this game, but I think we got to go Mahomes and Worthy in this one. So yeah, I think I win. I'm calling my shot here, guys. Now I'm beating the reverse jinx. I'm going Dash wins this one 125 to 120. A nice little scrapper. Second Brewski's key. Meanwhile, Cobb napping. Ooh, Cobb was watching. He couldn't even get on. How weak is that? That really pains me, guys. That really pains me. I thought my guy was going to come on here, but instead he's just watching while he falls asleep while I'm trying to will through the show by myself. And, not all of us can be not all heroes can wear capes, I guess. I wear a cape every day of my life. So I guess some heroes do wear capes all the time, huh? Anyway. All right, so now my projections I have for the week, I have CT winning, I had Tasia winning, I had Yags winning, I have Roden winning, I have Alex winning, I have Dash winning. So pretty key. So now we're going to get to kind of a fast show. We're flying by here, fellas. We are flying by here. All right, so we got Tomato King rankings. Here we go. It's time. It is time. So Tomato King is presented by IHOP, home of the stack. Go to IHOP right now and get your pancake stack. They're pretty good. I've already been twice since the pancake season, the pumpkin pancake season has begun. So go get them. I think I got rid of the advertisements. We're not doing pancakes anymore, but we're still sponsored by them nonetheless. But yeah, this is the Tomato King Roundup. So enjoy Tomato King.
I'm gonna keep on winning, so I won't be in the tomato club. Don't wanna wear that crown and get pelted with that farmer's love. Back to back like Cobb. Oh no, back to back like Cobb. I'll dodge those red tomatoes if I just keep my place. When the final week comes and the shame bells ring, back to back like Cobb. Oh no, back to back like Cobb. Oh no, now that just ain't my fate. I'm gonna keep on winning so I won't be in the tomato club. Tomato club.
All right, we got the Tomato King rankings. Here we go, guys. So I take a lot of pleasure and a lot of thought in doing these every week. We've been doing it for a couple of years now. We did pancake. We did tomatoes, then we did pancakes, then we're back to tomatoes again. And this time, last week of tomatoes. Wow, man. So I took a lot of thought on this. It's not. I know some people think, oh, well, I'm in the top 6, so I shouldn't be in it. No, that's not how it works. I tell you how it works. And right now, like I said, I like a lot of the guys who, matter of fact, all teams I chose this week. So ZT, Tasia, Yags, Roden, Alex, Dash. So the only ones from that group who are in the Red Tomato Club, looks like Yags. Looks like Yags is the only, Yags and myself are the only two teams that I chose this week who are in the Tomato Club. So that means everybody else who I chose this week, they're not in the Tomato Club. And pretty sad that one of the guys I'm going to go with first. We're going to start with our guy, Ryan Cobb, Mr. Italiano, Mr. I don't want to hang out with my guys anymore, Mr. I just want to sit on, watch the stream, not be in the stream, Mr. Italiano. Pretty upsetting, honestly. I am pretty upset about this guy. And you know what I'm more mad about? I'm more mad about his team. Because right now, I'm pretty mad about this guy's team. I am pretty mad about this guy's team. Just looking at, like, he's my co-host, right? So I'm supposed to be nice to the guy, but like instead he's watching. Instead he's watching. And like, let's just go over his team real fast. And he made a big trade this week, and I think he needs to put him over the top. It's probably not going to put him over the top. So let's just go. So Caleb Williams is his starting quarterback right now. Looked great against Dallas. Everybody looks great against Dallas. The DC Go-Go Rats quarterback will look good against Dallas' defense. Okay, so like that we'll put it in perspective. Okay, so Caleb Williams, he might do well against Vegas, but everyone's looking good against Vegas. So Garrett Wilson, you're going to have Justin Fields coming back, Mr. Run the ball 25 times a game. He's going to come back and rely on Garrett Wilson getting 20s. I don't know, because Tyrod's not going to be your quarterback for the rest of the season. So good luck with Garrett Wilson. Bijan's been solid, but like Bijan, man, come on. What are you talking about here? That's your only guy you're going to throw at me? Tyler Warren and T.J. Hockenson have both been busts after the 4th-round picks. Horrible. Larry McConkey, he got his role stolen from him from 100-year-old Keenan Allen. Jordan Mason's solid, but what's going to happen when Aaron Jones comes back? Is Aaron Jones come back into the rotation? What's the split going to be? And Derrick Henry, we've seen the fumbleitis from him, and we just see it's not a lot of I don't know, man. It's not a lot of here, but we're going to give him grace because he's top 6 right now, and he's just come back from this Mr. Italiano trip that he was on, and we're happy for him. We're happy for the guy, honestly, but. Right now, he's 7th spot in my Tomato King rankings. He's in the Tomato Club. And I didn't want to do this. It might change next week when he's back. But right now, Cobb is the 7th spot right now. And I think he's 6th seed right now in the playoffs. So good for him. For the first time in like 3 years, he's not in the Tomato Club runnings as far as the bottom 3. But that could change. He's only 2-1 right now. So a lot could change. Right now, my guy, Mr. Caballano, is 7th spot. So, yeah. Okay, so my 8th spot is my guy, Ole Millie. We love the kid. We think he's a good kid. He promised me he'd be back in the at the live draft next year. He said he feels bad not coming to the draft and 2 years in a row, and I think he says he's going to do right by the league. But that's great. You're going to do right by the league next year. But right now, this year, you're not doing right by me. So we're going to look at your squad. Dak, No Lamb, that's going to hurt for them. But A.J. Brown, he almost traded him this offseason, and I'm sure he regrets not doing so because that passing offense is just putrid. It's not what we want right now. Jalen Hurts, Devontae Smith, and A.J. Brown have not done well. Like I said earlier, the only guy who's doing anything in that offense is the Goddard, my guy. Chase Brown, we'll see what happens, man, because the Browning situation does not look good for him. Yeah, because right now, with one game we've seen from him with Brown, it didn't look good. So we'll see what happens against Denver. I don't think it's going to be much better, Denver's defense. Kelsey, rest in peace, man. It might be the end for Travis Kelsey, and, he might have some good games here and there, but he's not who he was anymore. Sad to see. One of the GOAT tight end or one of the best tight ends of all time. It's cool you got to have him this last season, but, having him in your last season where you drafted him, might be the end for you too, early on in the season. Drake London. Now, Falcons have been a really interesting team where a lot of people were excited about their offense. So far, it just hasn't really panned out for anybody in that offense besides Bijan, who's had a decent season so far. Drake London's not doing well. Ashton Jeanty, again, where you drafted him, he's not playing well at all. He's getting the touches and the volume. He's not looking good. Raiders' offensive line's not good. And then, of course, we got to go with he's starting 2 tight ends this week. That 2 tight end start is usually something that's reserved for like bye weeks or like week 5 not week 5, like week 12 of the season when you have a million bye weeks and there's not a lot going on out there. The fact you're doing this in week 4, rolling this out, it's impressive. I do like Jake Ferguson. I think Jake Ferguson should be starting over Travis Kelsey, but let's take a look at his drafts and misses. Juwan Jennings, I don't know if he's going to play this week. Tyrone Tracy's been awful. Archie Harvey looks like is the RB2 over there in Denver. We drafted Jadon Blue, Cordon Blue. I don't know. We're not seeing Jadon Blue at all. He's not really doing much this year at all. Javonte Williams is the guy over there. And Zach Charbonnet, which is an RB2, like you're not going to start him. So, yeah, it's not good to rat him. I could maybe argue and say he should be maybe a little lower than this, but I can't because there's 3 other teams there that are definitely worse than this team as of right now. So yeah, I have Adam in this spot. But hey, Adam will be back at the draft next year, so maybe rankings will change next year. Who knows? Even though it has nothing to do with it at all, but it kind of does. All right, the next one I have my 9th spot. I got my guy Stu. Our guy Stu, Mr. Midwest, Mr. Middle America, Mr. Grizzly Adams. All right, Bo Nix, hate it. Just right off the bat, let's just get that out of the way. Hate it. You trade Jaden Daniels on draft. Great trade for him. You got a haul for him, so that's key. You probably traded him at his peak value, and I think I dogged it for a few weeks ago, but looking back at it, great trade for him. But he also had Bo Nix, though. You kept 2 quarterbacks. You're going to try to trade Jaden Daniels during the offseason. I don't know why he didn't, but traded him on draft day. Ended up having to keep Bo Nix. Yikes. Malik Neighbors is solid. It remains to be seen what happens with the whole Jackson Dart situation. Kyren Williams, he doesn't look like the Kyren Williams of last year who's getting 4 touchdowns in the first 4 weeks of the season. He's getting the volume. Does not really do much with the volume, but 2 touchdowns so far this year. 1 receiving and 1 rushing. So it's not the same old Kyren. Blake Corum, I think, stole 2 touchdowns already from him. So there's more of a committee now. I mean, Stu has no tight end situation. He's got Chig, Okonkwo, which is kind of weak. He was like my 3rd tight end I drafted, or backup tight end I drafted, and they cut him like week 1 for the fan man. So don't like his tight end situation. DeAndre Swift's been interesting, but again, he's got a floor of like a 9 or an 8. I mean, and a ceiling of like a 13. So I mean, it's not much there with DeAndre Swift. Keenan Allen, the fact that Stu's relying on a 55-year-old receiver to kind of stay afloat is kind of key. But what are you going to do? Stop that. Jacoby Myers been key. He got him late, so it could be someone he drafts. Could be someone he keeps. I don't know what his keeper situation is going to be. He got him pretty late in the draft. I don't know why he fell as far as he did, but he did. And I do draft picks to draft him, so yeah. But I will say this: Stu's got some solid squad. But outside of those guys, Terry McLaurin is out this week, but he's done nothing so far this year. I don't know what's going to happen with that. Stephon Diggs has done absolutely nothing this year as well. A lot of key old names and Stu's like Keenan Allen, McLaurin, Diggs. Josh Downs has been kind of weak. I don't know why everyone was sucking his balls. Stu spent a lot on Troy Franklin. He's been weak. George Kittle, he drafted early. He's been weak. So, yeah, I don't really like what Stu did with his squad this year. Pretty sad for the reigning champ to come out like this. But, yeah, so Stu, he's the 9th spot. So we're going to go to 10 spot. The 10th spot is my guy, myself. Yeah, me. Yeah, do I have to really go into detail here? I mean, I kept 2 quarterbacks. I had nothing else to keep, and I didn't want to trade draft picks. Okay, so Mahomes waiting for his receivers to get back, and that'll happen soon. He's been solid. I mean, he's the leading rusher as quarterback. He's a leading running quarterback in the league right now. So he's leading all quarterbacks in rushing yards. Pretty key. Jalen Waddle, I got him late. He's been solid this year. Right now he might be a keeper. Just a solid stud in that offense. Bucky Irving, I thought I'd get a little bit more out of him. He's getting the volume and the touches, but he hasn't really had a big breakout game yet. I'm still waiting for that. I'm hoping maybe we'll see that tomorrow against the Eagles. Harold Fane Jr., really fun prospect that we're bringing in right now. I think he could be a guy, maybe a keeper. We'll see. He's getting, I think, the second highest targets on the Browns right now. Solid. Wan'Dale Robinson, awful. He had 2 last week, but he was check down king for Russell Wilson. We'll see what happens with Jackson Dart. I think Jackson Dart will love him. That seems like a kind of guy he'll love. We'll see. Calvin Ridley might be top 5 or top 10 busts of the year so far. He's been absolutely atrocious, as has everybody in that Tennessee offense. So there you go. Xavier Worthy, because of the injury, he has been a bust fantasy-wise, but hopefully he can be a guy this week. We'll see, and I hope so. But outside of that, man, we're looking at Roger Stevenson, who's been shitty outside of 1 week, which I didn't start him. Darnell Mooney didn't play 1 week. The next week, he's done nothing. Christian Kirk played last week for the first time. Okay. Nothing to write home about. Braylon Allen, I thought he was going to supersede Breece Hall at some point. And maybe that happens soon. He got utilized a lot last week, so maybe that happens soon. Kareem Hunt, it's just a lot of badness on this team. And the only reason why I have us 10 is because there's 2 other teams that are worse than us. And really, we'll go after them right now. So the next team is Yaglu. So as bad as my team is, actually have a winless season, so that's pretty key. But this team is winless, but they're the 11th spot right now. And the 11th spot is my guy, Michael Yaglu. He's just a solid kid. He took over a team that had no draft capital at all. Just Barry's team he took over, by the way. And just it wasn't a good situation he took over, but nonetheless, he has Justin Jefferson, Jordan Love, solid guys. He's got Josh Jacobs, solid. Juwan Johnson, great pickup, might be the pickup of the year so far. DJ Moore's been horrible. I don't know why he's in his lineup, but God, I would fucking I'd put somebody else in that lineup, but I'm not going to even have this argument with him. Pearsall, I was dogging him, but Pearsall's actually been pretty good for him. So great, it's a good move. DK Metcalf has not been good. So between DK Metcalf, DJ Moore, he drafted Sam Laporta early. That wasn't good. Luckily, he lucked into Juwan Johnson, but David Montgomery on his bench, Michael Pittman on his bench. That's about it. So you got Chris Godwin coming back soon, so there might be something there. This is not a bad team, dude. Just can't get a win. I think he will get the win column this week, so it might push other people down the rankings. But yeah, he's got a solid team. I don't really see a lot of weak spots with this team. DJ Moore is a DK Metcalf, but if you did some things differently, if you didn't draft Laporta, if you went a different direction instead of DJ Moore, that could have been good for him. But not a lot to dislike about the squad, honestly. I'd probably put Pittman in instead of DJ Moore this week, so I should probably do that. So yeah, that's we've got a good squad, man. I think it's more of an 11th out of being winless right now to justify that. My team's probably worse than his, actually, the more I think about it. So, but that's where the rankings crank out. So here's our Tomato King, guys. Our Tomato King is none other than a guy who might be the most cocky fucking dude in all our drafts. And if people want to say it's me, it's not me. It's Matt Hodge. Matt Hodge is our Tomato King for the second week in a row. He will remain winless because he's a winless kind of guy. He's starting Drake May quarterback, Devontae Smith at receivers. Devontae Smith's been atrocious. Put you this way, Wan'Dale Robinson is better than Devontae Smith fantasy-wise this year. It's not close.
Amar Hampton, he's hoping for him to be a guy this week with Najee being out. They may feed him the ball more. Who knows? Brock Bowers playing on one leg. If the Raiders continue to lose, they may shut down Brock Bowers, honestly. Jamar Chase got Browning as his quarterback, and last week was an indicator of what it could look like for the rest of the season, and that's not good. Quentin Johnston, I think we're starting to see who Quentin Johnston is after his week 1, 22. We've seen it 13, 12. We've seen a slow reduction into what he is. CeeDee Lamb being out really hurts him. Who knows how long it's going to be out for. Cooper Kupp's been really trashy this year. Quinshon Judkins could be key, but he's playing an offense that's going to be down a lot. And honestly, I just can't see that team doing anything this year. It's really sad with the given all the names he has. And then, of course, let's just talk about probably the worst draft pick in Basement League Plus history. I'll show the screen just so you guys see what I'm looking at. It's right there. It's that. The worst second-round pick in BL Plus history. Yep. You guys know what I'm talking about, too. You know? Right there. Let's take a look at it, guys, and understand that this might be the worst draft pick. And I'm not, like, being facetious at all. I'm not being hyperbolic. That, my friends, is the worst second-round pick in BL Plus history. Maybe league history, but no, maybe fantasy history in general. I might be hyperbolic here. The fact they have him at 10 every week is crazy. There's multiple DBs who are outscoring him. He hasn't gotten above a 10 yet this year. And he drafted him in the second round. As a matter of fact, he didn't really draft him in the second round. He traded up in the second round to get him because he didn't want me to get him. And thank God he did. Because I was like, oh, you know what? I'll take a fly round. Thank God he did that because I probably would have drafted him. So he really saved me there. But thanks, Hodge, for making history with the worst draft pick in league history, man. This is going to go down in history for you. So much so that I might end up buying you a Travis Hunter jersey because that's your guy, dude. That'll be forever your guy. And the best part is you can't cut him because just to cut him would be owning up and saying I made a mistake, which you never will. We all know that, and that's okay. You know, some people like to make mistakes and don't admit they make mistakes. But right there, guys, this is your Tomato King. It's the guy who drafted Travis Hunter, Matt Hotch. Yeah, I pretty much drank that on an empty stomach, dude. Yeah. But no, honestly, my guy Hotch, sorry, buddy. This is all you, man. This is your doing. You did this to yourself, bud. And we're not going to laugh at you. We're going to love it. And then Jane Daniels trade also, too. I didn't even get to mention how bad that was for him. He traded his future first. He traded his second this year and a first this year for Jane Daniels. So he'll also be paying for it next year. So Matt Hotch, sorry, buddy. You are the Tomato King for the second straight week. And you did that above my team, which is awful. The fact that there's an argument to be made that your team is worse than mine is pretty crazy. So, yeah, so that'll do it, guys, for this week's The Cop and Dash Show. Sorry we're coming back to you guys so late. I know the Packers game starts in like 5 hours. So get some sleep. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning as we discuss these games. We'll be talking to you guys in the chat tomorrow. Love you guys. You guys have a good rest of your week, and I'll see you guys tomorrow in the chat. Take it easy, everybody.